Hey Internet, Eric here. Oddball October continues. What that is unless I have a live stream planned, nothing but oddball movies or weird, strange, unusual movies will be discussed here on the channel in October. That can mean the plot is really weird, like a gnome named Norm. The characters are weird. There are some weird creatures in it, or it just is a weird fucking movie like David Lynch, like something out of the David Lynch world. Um, I've been really, very interested, really very interested. I've been really interested in this one because this was actually a recommendation of Frenzies. If you go back to the playlist that is called, I think it's called Eric and Frenzies Post Two Bearded Losers Get Togethers, something like that. We did top a top five horror movies of 2024. And I don't know if this one actually made Frenzy's list, but it was an honorable mention. And this was one that I was really looking forward to watching because it is from the director. I feel like an asshole not knowing his name off the top of my head. You know what? Fuck it. This director is becoming one of my new favorite directors, and he is Steven Kotansky. He directed Leprechaun Returns, which I loved. He's directed a couple others. Leprechaun Returns, which I loved. Psycho Gorman, which I absolutely loved. So I was looking forward to seeing this one. Plus, it's a nod to 80s films and little monster films and creature features. Today, I'm discussing Frankie Freako. Oh, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot, spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. This came out in 2024. Basic plot is we're following a man who is basically the world's biggest wimp, the world's biggest pushover. He's a loser. He's at an everyday job, working for some type of company. He's got to make, a presentation, and it just he can't get the gumption to go the extra mile. He's stuck in his little bubble. He won't swear. Um, when he's going to have sex with his girlfriend, he blows his load in his pants. When she holds his hand, type of thing. And she's going away for the weekend. She's like a gun nut, type of thing. And this takes place in the 80s, and he wants to get some excitement in his life. And he sees a party hotline hosted by Frankie Freako. Well, he calls the party hotline, and what happens is there's a lot of whirlwinds and lightnings and all that shit, and he ends up having to deal with three little creatures that have escaped from another dimension, and they terrorize him and destroy his house. And then there are evil intergalactic robots coming to take them back. It's a whole lot of shit going on. And I fucking loved this movie. First off, I think the guy's name is Connor. Let's get to the acting and the characters. There's Connor right there. I was worried at first because I thought he was going to be a character that I couldn't fucking stand because of how wimpy he is. Like I said, when his super hot wife or girlfriend, either way, she's gone. What is he gonna do to party? He's going to clean the house, order pizza, and watch something stupid on TV. And I just thought he was going to be one of those pain in the asses. Eventually, he comes through, and I grow to like him. It's based off of his relationship with the three freaks. So at the start, I did not like the Connor character of this actor, but eventually he did grow on me. Um, the only other really live action characters are the girlfriend. I can't remember her name. God, look at that glare. Anyways, whatever. The girlfriend, she's barely in the movie. She's there to look sexy and pretty much tell him, hey, be a man. She's fine. There's another, his boss is Mr. Beekler, which is a nod to John Carl Beekler, the effects artist between Friday the 13th Part 7, Troll. He also directed Friday the 13th 7, Troll. He's also in the Hatchet films. He's just there to be a foil, I guess you would say. Now let's get to the freaks. First we have Frankie Freako. Frankie Freako. Frankie is this little red devil dude. I don't know if he's supposed to be like a greaser. Like, he looks like a fucking Cabbage Patch Kid, but he's a greaser mixed with a demon, because you see the spikes there. He is just a party guy. Hey man, let's party type of thing. Let's drink some beer. Let's cause some chaos. Let's break some shit that's around the house. He's fun. I like him a lot. He is is not really disgusting, other than because I was worried Garbage Pail Kids fart jokes. He actually drinks a soda that's called Fart, but he's not as disgusting as I would think. This is not Garbage Pail Kids, the movie. It's an homage to Garbage Pail Kids, Gremlins, Ghoulies, Munchies, stuff like that. Frankie is actually a lot of fun. Then you have this. What the fuck? Hold on. Then you have the next character, which is a cowgirl. You can't really see with the glare. Hold on. There's a cowgirl right there. She's just there to shoot guns and cause mayhem. She's kind of fine. This fucker here is my favorite. He is, you see right there, he looks like a little goblin. He's got a Mo Howard haircut, and he's part cybernetic. He is a whiz with machinery, and all he does is walk around and say the word shabadoo. Lots of fun. I like these little creatures. They have great rapport with each other. They actually work well with this this character here. Like I said, I think his name was Colin. Um, and that says something. They all have their own unique personalities. They're all fun. I like how basically, let's see, I like how they are basically, here, let's see. No, I'm not going to do that because it'll make noise. How they basically are dolls and puppets. Hopefully you can still hear me. And the director does not hide the fact that they are dolls and puppets when it comes to the making of this movie. And that's what makes it fun. Like when, you'll see why I left. Like when Connor or Colin, whatever, when the main actor, when he's fighting them and he holds them up like against the wall like he's gonna choke them, and you see their mouths are full of stuff, or their arms, excuse me, are full of stuffing like that. Or I went to go get my Gizmo doll. Okay, I was showing them off before. Like when they run, you'll see their little legs move, and it won't be that great. But like when they run, they literally like that. They wiggle like that, like it's someone literally under the camera, pulling the doll up and going like this. That's funny. That's got a lot of charm. Other characters, if there is, well, you find out that the freaks come from Freak World, and Frankie, the cowgirl, and the cyborg Shabadoo guy, their world was taken over by a guy named Munch, and Munch is this guy here. This fat, disgusting, garbage pail kid, like if he fucked the guy in the hat, like if he fucked the dude from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Um, Munch took over Freak World, and he forced he forced the freaks into slavery, and forced them to nonstop be part of like nonstop party lines. Remember, it's the 1980s. The three freaks escaped, and now Munch has sent these robots in suits right here at the top that look like they're right out of fucking Puppet Master. He sends them to go get the freaks and bring them back. So we learn all this because the freaks are busy sleeping in the main guy's bed, and after a whole sequence of like Home Alone type stuff, like they literally throw the paint cans at the guy's face, they throw him through a TV, they have tripwires that'll cause rifles to go off, and he puts his legs over the tripwires, but it lands on a board of nails. That type of Home Alone type of stuff. Excuse me, that type of Home Alone type of stuff. Eventually, he wants to know what's going on, and he sees all the freaks asleep in the bed, and they put a noose around his neck, and they start hanging him from the ceiling, and that's where they learn the story of how Munch, was taken over Freak World, and they escaped. Eventually, they go back. They are caught. They go back to Freak World, and this is where it really gets fucking weird. So, the first 2/3 of the movie is nothing but puppets doing Home Alone stuff and drinking beer, farting, the usual stuff. And I'm like, this is fun. It's no Leprechaun Return, just definitely no Psycho Gorman. But then they go into Freak World, and I swear to God, Freak World is like a really, how would I say this? 1 second. Freak World reminded me of like Cool World. Not with like all the crazy, stupid characters running around, bouncing around, being stupid. The background, the feel, the look of it, dirty, dank, nasty, disgusting. It felt like Cool World. There's great sequences where they're getting tortured. They're in the Munch building. Has a butler named Crunch and Munch. It's a lot of 80s references. Um, there's a lot of chaos, not just with the Looney Tunes stuff. These robots are shooting everybody. They are eventually blown up and shot. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of violence. Eventually, Munch makes it back to Earth or our dimension, whatever, with the three freaks and our protagonist, and he's got a chainsaw, and I don't remember what happens, but eventually Munch turns into this fucker, like Quado mixed with a Rancor, and then like they did a shunting together, and he's chasing them through the house with a goddamn chainsaw, and it's just an insane movie, and I'm loving every minute of it. They are tricking him, like I guess Munch is into dudes. So the main guy is trying to seduce him in the basement. He hits a tripwire and it blows his head up with a shotgun. That doesn't stop him. Um, I love how they defeat him. We find out Frankie, whenever he sees a crucifix, turns into a demon, flames everywhere. That's a great sequence. I absolutely love this movie. Um, it's hard to review it because I can't give it justice because of how bizarre it is, how much there are nods to, like I said, Garbage Pail Kids, um, Ghoulies, Gremlins, stuff like that. I love the '80s references. That, like I said, that guy looks like he's like the zit covered Garbage Pail Kid. Fuck the dude from um, Raiders of the Lost Ark. You have these guys that's gotta be straight right out of Puppet Master. The '80s references with the phone sex line and the party lines and this and that. It's a lot of fun. It's very nostalgic. If there's anything that I want to complain about, it's I'll keep it a secret, but it's the reveal at the fuck it. It's a reveal at the end where you find out the girlfriend went to college with Frankie and knew all about the freaks. It's unnecessary. It's dumb. I mean, they could have just made it like, hey, the freaks are gonna live with us forever. I mean, it worked with fucking Sloth and Harry from Harry and the Hendersons for a while, but instead they got to make this whole like B plot where like, oh yeah, I went to college with this person. She knew Frankie, and I knew all the freaks. And then they do live together, and we get Christmas cards and stuff like that. So it's a dumb ending. I was just kind of like, whatever. But the rest of it, absolutely love this one. Now, it's no Psycho Gorman and it's no Leprechaun Returns. But if you like goofy shit that is completely '80s, like I said, with the references, the puppetry, the fact that this guy does not hide the fact that they are puppets, which adds to the charm, um, I highly, highly recommend Frankie Freako. Frenzy, you did not do me wrong with this one. Absolutely loved it. Had a blast. And I guess this director is now remaking the bad Roger Corman Barbarian ripoff Deathstalker. Can't wait to see that. The trailer looks fucking awesome. That's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Hopefully, you're not as confused because there's more to this movie, and I'm not doing it justice. But hopefully, you guys check it out. It is on Tubi. Had a blast. If you loved growing up in the '80s with stuff like I've been saying it 100 times, Ghoulies, Gremlins, even the Goonies, Sloth, that type of stuff. The '80s references, lots of fun. Be surprised if you did enjoy it. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Are you at least interested in this movie after I described it? Could not care. Coming up later this month. Well, this is going to be uploaded on Friday. Saturday, tomorrow night, I have the pleasure of interviewing deathmatch wrestler Insane Lane after what's said to be his final match he just had a couple weeks ago back in Chattanooga. And then on the 16th, I will be interviewing AVN Hall of Famer Jewel Denial. Just signed next month in November 5th, I think. It's go to the upcoming lives in the channel. Professional wrestler James Fury. Got a bunch of interviews coming up. And then for Oddball October, Basket Case sequels, Rat Boy. I remember Rat Boy. I think Jennifer Tochi wanted me to do Earth Girls Are Easy. We'll see what else I got. So that's it. Check out Frankie Freako. I fucking loved it. Thanks, Frenzy. Cheers.